It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, there's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well, the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that'll make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. Pine cones and holly berries, popcorn for you, apples for me, red striped candy, nutcracker candy, kettle a-bubbling, hot as can be. Snow clouds hang low and threatening, maybe it won't, praying it may. The brightest fireplace glows in every face, waiting for Christmas Day, waiting for Christmas Day. Pine cones and holly berries, everywhere you go. Apples for me, there's a red striped candy, nut in the park is candy, spread a kind that puzzle and hot as can be. Snow clouds hang low and threatening, maybe your bells will spring and it may. And the brightest fireplace glows in every face, waiting for Christmas Day, waiting for Christmas Day. Hi guys.
All right, everybody. That is it. Let me turn that sound off. Good gracious alive. Okay, so I hope you guys are all, I hope everybody is doing well. I will say this. There seems to be an incredible amount of drama on YouTube for it to be Christmas Eve. You know what I'm saying? But in my life, we're at zero drama. Effectively zero drama. So I hope you guys are all doing very well. Hi, Liz. How are you? Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so much. We had a crazy day yesterday. It was like, well, I will tell you how the day ended. The day ended last night around midnight, and Bill looked at me and he said, "Can we just say that this was Christmas?" So, because he doesn't want to do it again tonight and tomorrow, because we had a huge, huge party yesterday, and it was a lot of work and it was a lot of fun. We had a great time, and everybody is just now like sincerely paying the price. For a bunch of people that don't drink, we're all hungover. So that's about how bad it is. Hey, Cinnamon. Hi, DB. How are y'all doing? Yeah, so so right now I am resting because at 2:00 it all starts all over again. And so then it'll be cooking for, I think it's like tonight, I think it's 20 something people. Tomorrow will be much better. It won't be quite as many people. So, yeah, so I'm not much, y'all know this. I'm not much of a cook. I can cook. I just don't. I don't like it much. Now, Bill loves to cook. He's been up since 5 a.m. He has been sitting out in the snow cooking brisket. So our Christmas Eve feast is going to be brisket, baked beans, au gratin potatoes, and then there's going to be chili and homemade tamales and something else. Oh, like a big salad. So we'll cook for about 4 hours, but he's been at it since 5 a.m. He started last night prepping the brisket and everything, and then got up at 5 this morning to get it fired up and get it going. And he's literally sitting in a rocking chair out in the snow. It's snowing around him as he's cooking the brisket for the family, and all the young people are at the ski slopes. And so me and the pregnant girl are just sort of laying around watching television thinking, oh my God, do we have to do it again? So, but let's see. Good old Texas Christmas. Yeah, well, we are doing a Texas Christmas, but we are in the Rocky Mountains right now. So that's hence the snow. We don't have any snow. We've got people staying at our house in Galveston for a different reason. So we're weirdly spread out this Christmas. But we did so yesterday was really fun. We did a baby shower, and it was, the theme of it was Santa Baby. It was so cute. It was so cute. It was so much better even than we had imagined, right? I mean, we were hoping it'd be fun and cute and all that, but oh my goodness. So I'll show you the pictures, and everything after Christmas, but we had a great time. And we had like sugar cookies that were done as baby shower sugar cookies. So it was like a little onesie, a baby bottle, a rattle, and then just a little plaque that said, oh baby. But they were all done in Christmas colors. So the little onesie was red, looked like a little Santa Claus onesie. And the baby bottle had mistletoe on it, and there was holly, and then we had gingerbread that were decorated as regular gingerbread men, but then the bakery put like a pink bow because the baby's a little girl, pink bow, and some little pink buttons, and so it was all super super cute and super fun. We played different songs like Santa Baby, obviously by Eartha Kitt. And then I've ordered some like baby shower games from Amazon and kind of changed them a little bit to be more kind of Christmassy. And I'm not going to talk about the baby's due date or anything like that, but I'll let you guys know once she is here. I am going to be a grandma, so I think I'm going to go by the name Grammy. But I will tell you this, I do know that the first child is always the one who decides what to call the grandparent, right? Like my granddad, my mom's dad, for some reason, he ended up being named KK. So I always called him KK. But I'm going to be Grammy, I think. But I'm going to tell you straight up, I would love to be called Granny. I would love that. I like the old timey, kind of names. So I'd be happy being called Granny. I do not want to be called grandmother. Don't want to be called Meemaw, just because that's a name that's like really overused in my family. So I think either Grammy or Granny. And then, I don't know, my husband says he just wants to be called Bill. And I think that is funny. I think it would be hilarious to have these little kids run around calling, hey, Bill. So he likes that name, Pappy or Poppy or Snuffy. Apparently Snuffy was a grandpa that was on some old like Western movie or something. So anyway, the reality is this. The first grandchild will name the grandparents. Is that right about it? Do y'all think that's true? It's kind of what I see. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. Merry Christmas to you, girl. Yeah, thank you so much for popping in. I am very excited. Yes, my first grandchild. So, oh, I know, Liz. I know. He's already like, well, we got to move. So he's talking about, we got to move up there and be with them. And so who knows? My goodness, who knows? But anyway, it was if you ever have an opportunity to do a Santa baby shower, you should do it. It turned out super cute and fun, and we had a good time. And it actually it was really great because it was a lot of like male and female, like couples here, right? It wasn't just all women. And so it was super because we had one part of the house, it was all the women, and we did like the traditional women games and things like that. We had prizes for the various games. But then the great thing that turned out to be such a hit is all the men went over to another part of the house, and they had a pool tournament. They have a nice pool table and pool room and everything. And so they did a pool like they did a whole bracket and did the whole pool tournament deal. And then we had gotten a couple of prizes for the guys as well. So it was a lot. We had a good time. My kids are the last group of grands, and they renamed. There you go. They renamed my mom from grandma to other 10 grands to mom. Only my 3 call her that. I love it. Yes. Perfect. Absolutely. There should not be, it doesn't have to be like one standard. The kids need to call them whatever's in their heart, right? So, yeah, that's sweet. I am Nana and Grandma. There you go. So, on my, let's see, my brother's in-laws, they are Nana and I think they're Nana and Peepaw. I think her name is Nana. I think her name is it Peepaw or Pawpaw? Maybe they call him Pawpaw. But definitely Nana. Hey, AJ, good to see you. So, yeah, thank you, Criminality. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's my first grandbaby. So, having a lot of fun. And so the party last night was a lot of fun, and now I'm just like, we're done, we're finished, because it was such a big party, but it's not. We got to do Christmas Eve and Christmas Day too. So I'm being very tired and lazy. And every single time I come up here, I get allergies. And so I'm, feel all swollen and yucky with my allergies. My son refused to call my mother-in-law Nana because she wasn't a banana. Oh, and all her others call her Nana. He calls her Grandma, bugs her out. Oh, that's funny. So I'm not going to call her Banana. It doesn't make sense. So funny. Well, so I'm not going to I'm not going to really talk much about the due date, but it's not December, so it'll be like January, February, March, so soon. But I will definitely make the announcement when it happens. Definitely. So. Eat local honey. Oh, there's a good idea, Cinnamon. I knew that too, but I just don't ever think about it, right? Yeah, they've got like blue spruce and fir trees. And when I remember when I was a child, we lived in Alaska for several years. And I remember in Alaska, it just seemed like I was always sneezing and my throat was itching. And every time I come up here during the winter, it's the same. I don't have the same trouble in the summer. The summertime, I'm great, but winter just kills me. I know, Liz. It's so fun. They have so much sweet, cute things. I don't know how anybody. The cookies that we had made were the cutest thing I've ever seen. Really, they were just your standard baby shower cookies, like with a onesie and a rattle. But they did it in Christmas colors, and it was so cute. It was so cute. And we did a hot chocolate bar. That turned out really, really great. And then somebody did these sandwiches, kind of frou-frou. I don't know. I don't know what they call them, sliders, but they had like elegant cheeses and meats and stuff on them, and spinach leaves that I don't mind saying it, people. I'm a country girl, and I saw that raw spinach leaf, and I was like, Teresa, I think Criminality would have enjoyed them. She'd been like, oh, this is so good. It's got the pesto on it, and I'm just like, give me some fried chicken and black-eyed peas. So, but they were legit. They were delicious sandwiches. Yeah, so we had a really great time. We'll do tonight. We'll eat. We'll have it's a big it's a big extended family. There'll be about 20 people here. So we're going to have barbecue, brisket, that kind of thing, and then also chili and tamales. And then we do Secret Santa, not Secret Santa. What do you call it? Where you can steal the present. What do you call that? Where you can steal the present from the person, the people that have opened in front of you. Not a white elephant. I guess it is Secret Santa in it. So we'll do a few games and play pool and just sit around and talk about the baby, probably. That's for one white elephant. Thank you, Liz. Yeah, so we'll do white elephant tonight. And then tomorrow we do the open presents on Christmas morning, but I know many families do the open Christmas presents on Christmas Eve. So yeah, we've always both me and my husband, each of our families always open Christmas morning, so that tradition has just kind of continued. But everybody's gone right now. Everybody's skiing. We got fresh snow last night. Everybody's skiing. Bill is sitting in a rocking chair in the snow, barbecuing a brisket since 5 a.m. And me and my daughter are laying around going, I'm so tired. So that's kind of what our day looks like so far. So what about everybody else? Are y'all doing Christmas at home? Or are y'all traveling? Like how does everybody else do Christmas? Teresa, are y'all at home? Nice and warm. It's like at my house right now, it's like 55, 60 degrees. Like it is comfortable, perfect weather. The sun is shining, the waves are rolling in. It's a beautiful day. And I got to tell you something. As much as I love coming here with the snow and the mountains, I really like where I live. So it's very sunshiny, and I think being in the dark for a lot of days in a row, it just kind of makes you feel kind of, for me, because I'm used to a lot of sunshine. So it just kind of makes me tired. And so I cook a feast, and granddaughters have and will be here for days. Wonderful, Liz. Very nice. So here's a big Christmas question. Are y'all a turkey family or are y'all a ham family? Because our Christmas Day dinner is ham. And I'm definitely going to get some honey cinnamon hot. Definitely. So Liz is doing an all-out feast, both turkey and ham. There you go. So how old are your granddaughters, Liz? Are they little, or are they like teenagers or older? I'm really looking forward to next year to have Christmas again where they'll be like little kids. We haven't had little kids for Christmas in a very long time. I guess my brother's girls were probably the last ones where we had Christmas together and there were little ones there. Christmas auction. Very cool. What do you guys auction off, Tam? Four high school, two middle, and one that is three. So you guys have like the perfect Christmas. This like every age group, y'all get all the toys, don't you? Yeah, that's amazing. Very fun. I cannot tell y'all. I walked through the toy aisle the other day, and I was just looking, and I was going, next year I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to buy that. I can't wait to have little ones back in the family. So very nice, Liz. I hope you guys have a great time, and remember to rest. Don't tire yourself out. That's my motto this morning, is to chill. My 5 grands call me Mimi. That was another name that I was thinking about, AJ. It's such a completely different, incredible relationship. Well, that is wonderful, AJ. You have definitely been blessed. So you are wonderful, Mimi. I'm telling you guys, I am thrilled to be joining the ranks of all of you great grandmoms. Not great grandmas, but wonderful grandmothers. I'm so excited to be a grandmother. Like I probably, of all the things in my life that I've ever felt jealous or envious of, is all my friends that had grandkids. And I was always like, I'm never, ever going to be a grandma. In fact, I told my kids one time that if they didn't give me some grandkids, that I was fixing to foster and adopt a whole mess of children. They were like, no, Mom, it'll be okay. We'll make it happen. Hey, Kathy R. Happy Merry Christmas to you, my friend. How are you? I'm just doing a it's good afternoon now, but good afternoon. Merry Christmas. I hope everybody has got a great day planned. And I'm going to tell you this too. One time we had a Christmas and it was just us. It was very quiet. It was very low key. It's probably one of my favorite Christmas memories. It was relaxing. Everybody played with what they wanted to play with. We took our time. We rode around, looked at Christmas lights, and listened to Christmas music. And it was really great. It was actually really, really great. I mean, I like the extended family, but man, it takes a week to get over it after it's all over, right? So I'm a little envious of people that are doing smaller, get-togethers. I'm envious of that. Hey, Diamond Paw, Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so much. So where do we stand on this presents on Christmas morning versus Christmas Eve? If you open presents on Christmas Eve, put a 1. Hi, Alma. Welcome. How are you? Merry Christmas. If you open presents on Christmas Eve, put a 1. If you open presents on Christmas morning, put a 2. So when I was living up north, I think probably most of the people I, became friends with or worked with, probably at least half of them, they did big Christmas presents on like opening gifts on Christmas Eve. And then they would have the kids stuff from Santa would come on Christmas morning. Hey, Celestial, Merry Christmas to you. How are you? Yeah, I once said exactly the opposite, Alma. I joked around with my parents and I said, I don't give my kids anything throughout the whole year, and then I go crazy at Christmas. Yeah. Good, Celestial. Good to hear it. Very nice. Hey, Deborah Sullivan. Okay, so Deborah and her family, they open presents Christmas morning. So does anybody in here open on Christmas Eve? Lots of people. Like I said, when I was in West Virginia, There were a lot of people that did the whole Christmas opening their gifts on Christmas Eve, not Christmas morning. Yeah. Yes, open in pajamas on Christmas Eve. There you go, Cinnamon. Yes, absolutely. Alma says they open on Christmas Eve. All right. So most everybody's opening on Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, Deborah. Yeah, so my family tried to go snow skiing not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, and they were actually finding like spots of dirt coming through. There wasn't much snow at all, but they got really good snow last night, so they were all up and dressed and ready to go to the ski slopes first thing this morning. So I hope you guys got fresh snow, Celeste. A house with over 200 people opening gifts is chaotic. I cannot imagine a house that would hold 200 people. Tell me something. Do you live in Mar-a-Lago? No, I'm kidding. That's a big house. That's a huge house, actually. That would be at least 50 bedrooms. Good morning, Nancy Drew. Well, it's actually good afternoon, but Merry Christmas to you, Nancy. It's good to see you. We usually all gather at my uncle's house, which is huge. There you go, Alma. Well, here's the deal. The reality is you spend more time not opening gifts at Christmas than opening gifts. Alma, that's funny. Merry Christmas, Yvette. So good to see you. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, you and yours. Sleep in the hallway, yeah. We do a lot of, well, sometimes we all go look at Christmas lights. Sometimes some people go look at Christmas lights. Some people stay home. We play a lot of games. One of my favorite games is a card game called Saboteur. It is fun. Monopoly, Yahtzee, the standard kind of, watch Christmas movies. You shoot your eye out, kid. Christmas family vacation, this pretty standard fare for hot chocolate, same thing most everybody else is doing. But like I said, one Christmas, it was very small. It was just us and the kids. It was actually really great. Thank you, Yvette. Yeah, the baby has dominated everything, right? For one little creature that has not even made an appearance yet, she sure is making a lot of people jump through a lot of hoops. So thank you. Yeah, I'm super excited. It's probably one of the most exciting things that I've ever experienced, really. Well, maybe so the baby, but also making my own company, that was pretty exciting period of time. Nancy Drew wants me to announce to everybody that she said Merry Christmas and she doesn't mean to miss you if she did. Okay. So thank you, Alma. Everything baby, nobody else matters. Right, Yvette? I know. It's just a magical thing. Yep. We were playing a game the other day, and there was a question about the mother to be, and one of the question was, what was her first word? And I had really, hadn't thought about it in a long time. Her first word was cute. But people had all kinds of funny name, like first words of their kids. Alma, I'm weary of the drama. Like I'm so weary of it that it's just too. I don't know if the drama has changed, or if it's always been as toxic as it currently is. The world itself and the terrible things that have happened in the greater world has been just devastating. But even in the little microcosm of YouTube, things have gone, people are not, well, I'm going to just say it, okay? People have got, there's some crazy people that are hurting people on YouTube in a bad way, like a sincerely bad way. And like I said, I know the drama and the drama community. I know it's always been here, but something's different about it. It's vicious now. It's pretty horrible. So I know, Alma. It's there's something about it that's, I don't know if it's a new group of players that have come in, and I don't know, or people have just gotten so hurt. You know, hurt people are the ones that hurt others, correct? So one group does something against another group and that hurts them, and then they come back for revenge and say, well, I'll show you. And then they amp it up, they ramp it up a little bit, and then that group gets hurt, and then they say, well, I'm going to hurt you. And now it's at a point that you just think this is going to end up in a really bad place. It's going to be tough. So I wish everybody could pull back out of the drama a little bit, and if things are that bad, then take it to a court of law if you need to. But this tit for tat, back and forth, constantly finding someone that you can talk crap about, you need to, if that's all you're doing, if you've got a channel where all you do is find one person and then another person and then another person just to stir up trouble with, you need to take a long moment of reflection on your own motivation, because there's an awful lot of great things out in the world that it's a little bit sad to spend weeks after weeks after months just hurting people, just nothing else, just hurting them. It's enough. It's enough, So same, Alma. It's too much. It's very toxic, Nancy. It's really toxic. It's really, like I said, if somebody does something to you that is real world damage, they hurt your job, they hurt your family, they hurt your ability to make a living, then get you an attorney and go to court. Like, handle it like an adult. But constantly just trying to harm the person, whether it's to destroy their reputation or whether it's to destroy their children's jobs, or it's just weird and toxic and gross. Just stop, it's not good. Yeah, it is complicated. The whole YouTube scenario is complicated, but how many channels are out there truly on YouTube? The number of available channels on YouTube are infinite, and you can do anything you want on YouTube. You can learn to knit, you can learn to repair a washing machine, you can learn to make divinity, you can learn to do whatever you want to do. There's got to be a reason that people gravitate towards these channels that dish out so much pain. It's, there's something else happening there. Merry Christmas. Okay, so I'm being the voice of Yvette. Merry Christmas, Cinnamon Hot, Diamond Paw. Merry Christmas, Alma. Merry Christmas, Deborah Sullivan. Merry Christmas, Celestial. Merry Christmas, Cinnamon R. Merry Christmas, Liz. Merry Christmas, AJ. And Merry Christmas, Criminality, from Yvette. There you go, Yvette. Divinity, ha ha ha, only if we have a monster of a machine. I made Divinity yesterday. first time in history that my divinity was too dry. I didn't even know that was a thing, but it happened yesterday. And I finally figured out it was the temperature of the syrup. So I'd had a person on Reddit that I'd been talking to about the divinity and whatnot. And so she said she's like she owns like a commercial candy shop. And so she said that they cook the divinity to the hard boil stage or hardball stage, which is around like 270, 265, 270. And she pours half of the syrup into the egg whites, but then immediately she puts it back on the fire. She scrapes the side of the bowl, and then she watches again for the divinity, for the sugar mixture to go back up to 270, and then pour the rest in. So I did that, and I am talking about it was minutes, and it was ready to be dropped, onto the parchment paper. When I don't cook it twice like that KitchenAid, the motor on it was hot. I bet we beat it for 20, 25 minutes after finishing pouring all the syrup into the egg whites. But yesterday was a whole different ball game. So I'm going to try something a little bit different today because it was too dry. It was really, crumbly and everything. I have read there are 2.7 billion active users on YouTube. There you go, Cinnamon. You know what? You can find anything on YouTube to any kind of community that you want. And so if you gravitate towards communities that are just dishing out pain and trying to make people cry and trying to make them lose their jobs, that's something you've got to explore. There's something else going on there because there's a lot of great places on YouTube where people are being happy, or they're being fun, or they're being informational, or they're just sharing conversation about a shared interest like we do, like with these different true crime cases, right? Yeah, Alma, no, it's not a hard candy. It's a weird kind of candy. It's sort of like, in a Three Musketeer bar, how there's the nougat? It's kind of foamy. It's got like an air in it, right? Well, the problem with divinity, it's hard to make, because it's basically like a science thing. You're causing a chemical reaction with what you're doing. And so if your temperature of your sugar mixture, if it's too low, then you get like this sticky, sometimes it's runny, but sometimes it's just sticky, like a really wet taffy. It's pretty miserable. It's not good, right? What happened yesterday was very different. It was so dry. It was close to being perfect, but it was very dry, so that it had lots of crumbs coming off of it. Lots of crumbs, almost like a dry cheese would do. What you want it to be kind of crunchy on the outside, and then the inside be creamy. That would be like the perfect divinity. So we're going to try again today. Yeah. Oh, I missed what Wake Up said. Let me see what Wake Up said. Where are you, Wake Up? I fixed my dryer from a YouTube video. Boom, Wake Up. There you go. Perfect. I distance myself from the YouTube drama. I don't care what they say about me now. I dedicate my time now to help lost dogs find good homes. Alma, good for you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Here's the truth. Things have gotten really toxic and dangerous. I believe that in my heart and soul. There's real revenge out there that is very frightening. I am not talking about Hell to the No and Mommy Ramblins. Mommy Ramblins is one of those who has been terribly toxic and harmful to people. She has gone real world. Maybe she hasn't made the phone calls, but her flying monkeys have. So I'm in 100% support of Hell to the No. I'm good. I don't have any trouble. I support that. People that have been hurt, they have a right to stand up for themselves and protect themselves. But a tit for tat war where you're trying to up the pain every time, that just hurts everyone. What's the old saying? If you come for revenge, you better dig 2 graves, one for your victim and one for you. Revenge always hurts you. Always. So, revenge is best served cold, meaning let the problem sit and lay for a while until your passion and your hurt and your anger is gone. 9 times out of 10, if you reach that point, you're not going to lash out for revenge or in anger or anything. You're going to realize, no, better to move on and just let this go. There's been some crazy things we have seen with people fighting back against each other. I got sucked into it a little bit, tiny bit. Like when my dad died, I was new to YouTube. I didn't know anything about this whole drama thing. I didn't know what it was. I was reactive. It's a terrible set of circumstances. But I wish now, 4 years later, I wish I'd known now I wish I had known then what I know now, because I just would have been deaf and dumb to the, weirdo drama crap. But there are people that right now that are being hurt badly. And I'm like, Alma, I'm out of it. I don't want to, I'm going to be friends with who I want to be friends with. I'm not going to let a big group of people tell me who I can be friends with. That is nonsense. It's also not adult behavior. It is more like junior high school girl behavior when you mob together and then you try and isolate one person you don't like. You try to punish someone who's trying to be friends with that one person you don't like. That's junior high. That's juvenile. That's a level of development that is not healthy. So I'm going to be friends with who I want to be friends with. And if you and your 5,000 people don't want to, be my friend anymore, that's okay. I mean, look at the great people we have right here. I'm not going to be manipulated like that. It's not okay. So I'm with Alma on this. Just have a good time, be with good people. Don't get sucked into the madness. So yay, it was so weird, wasn't it? It was a terrible time and it was a bad situation. But now, Yvette, it's easy to see how these scenarios develop, isn't it? Like we've seen it with other people. It's like if a creator, let's say there's a new creator that comes on the scene, and that new creator's doing really well, and then they start making money. And what happens when they start making money? That's when the flying monkeys come out and they descend on the channel. And then they start that same old tired rhetoric of, oh, you're a grifter. You're trying to do this and you're stealing money. Knowing full well that is exactly what they're trying to do in their own channel, right? So it's almost like if they see a channel growing up, they're scared because they see their subscribers leaving and going to the new channel. So it's pretty sad. Or they lose their original passion. There you go, wake up. Absolutely. Yeah. And when you start dealing with all of the arguing and the tit for tat, hurting each other, you do want to pull back away from YouTube. You do want to quit doing the videos. It does get wearisome. And absolutely. I mean, I'm going to tell you something. When you drive to work and you think nobody in the world knows where I am or what I do, I'm just living my best life, doing my business, going to work like I'm supposed to. And then you get home and you get on YouTube and somebody has made a damn video, not only about you, but show the building where you work. that is very disconcerting. It also happens to be illegal. So I'm right there with you, Cinnamon. Right, me and Cinnamon Hot, we kind of walked this journey together, didn't we? And Yvette was there. I don't think Yvette was. I'm going to be real careful about what I say here. Cinnamon and I kind of came under the same abusive headlights. We kind of made that journey together. Yvette was a great friend and supportive and, wonderful. But yeah, Cinnamon and I, we saw it happened at the same time. We both saw the same thing. Now, Cinnamon, it turns out that you and I are vindicated, right? And the whole world now sees what we dealt with. Yeah. So yes, wake up. Yvette is right. So Yvette says, when people lose their passion with the whole YouTube thing because of the drama, that's when a person needs to dig deep and remember why they started their channel to begin with. Exactly, Yvette. I agree with you. I agree with you completely. Yeah. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm going to have, like with my channel, with all my friends here, if I have thoughts, if I'm researching something and I come up with an idea or I'm having a reaction to something, that is going to be my choice for what I'm going to talk about. And if they don't support that or they don't like what I have to say, then they don't have to listen. And that's kind of what's gone on with the whole Charlie Adelson case. And that group of people, they have been following the Dan Markel case for a decade. They have a very solid idea of what happened. And for me to come out and say, I kind of think Charlie didn't know what the rest of the family was doing. I do think Donna's guilty. I do think Wendy is guilty. I don't think Harvey is guilty. And I don't think Charlie Adelson knew what was going on. I believe that. I believe that Katie Magbanua befriended Wendy and the two of them cooked up this whole thing, because it took all of about 2.5 minutes for Wendy to say, well, my brother said he was going to hire a hitman. At the time she says that, she supposedly doesn't even know if Dan Markel committed suicide or if it was an accidental discharge of a weapon. Like, she doesn't even know the story. She doesn't know what happened to him. She doesn't know. All she knows is there was a shooting. He's in the hospital. He's probably not going to make it. So why is she saying, well, my brother said he was going to hire a hitman? You see what I mean? But I have a lot of reasons for believing that Charlie really didn't know. But the group that had followed this case for 10 years, very tight-knit group, just like we are related to the Barry Morphew case. Exactly the same. No different. If somebody came in and started saying, oh no, Barry Morphew is innocent, he didn't do it, he did not know what was going to happen to Suzanne, I would not be able to tolerate that. I would not be able to go, oh really? Tell me your ideas on that. Why would you think that? Because I would just be like, you clearly don't know all the facts, right? That would be my reaction related to Barry Morphew. So yeah, so I get the fact, but here's what I wasn't going to do. I wasn't going to let a lot of people tell me that I'm stupid and I'm dumb and I'm wrong when every cell in my brain is telling me this guy doesn't look like, there's nothing here that is evidence against him. The evidence that they were using against him was all related to evidence that really pointed at Wendy or Katie or Donna. He just seemed like a goon gourd. His mom is talking about this money And he's going, well, what do you mean somebody approached you? Like, was it the IRS? That wasn't code for anything. That wasn't a joke. You can hear in his voice, he thinks his mother's nuts. He doesn't know what she's talking about. So no, it's dirty. It's something's wrong, there. But I'm still going to be true to myself, and I think everybody else should be true to themselves too. I don't think anybody should give in to gang stalking and group pressure. We left those days long behind. I'm not 16 years old. I can stand on my own 2 feet. Wendy is definitely next, Yvette. I agree. Yeah. I know, Alma, there's a lot of people that are convinced of his guilt. I know. I do. And I respect that. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I really don't. But I also am I'm pretty horrified at the idea that an innocent person would be stripped of their life and sent to prison for the rest of their life. That is a terrifying thought to me. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm claustrophobic. I don't know. But it's pretty scary. He doesn't have a motive. Charlie has no motive. If you go back and you look at Georgia Cappleman's opening and closing, the things that she talked about were all evidence that Wendy was guilty or that Katie was guilty. Nothing was about Charlie. It's weird. It's really strange. So, yeah, in a weird way, it almost looks like Wendy set Charlie up for the fall, right? Wake up. I am not even going to laugh at what you said because I think you are exactly right. How many people have been truly traumatized by this whole silly YouTube trauma community? It is really terrible. And I do wish that YouTube would stop it, put a stop to all this screaming and yelling and the attacks on each other. They could put in some terms of service guidelines that could control some of that. Like the whole real world thing. If you have proof that somebody called your boss, you ought to be able to submit that to YouTube and have them permanently banned from YouTube. I feel for Charlie because his lawyer played him big time. I mean, he really didn't get much of a defense, right? And still, his lawyer really made no contribution. You don't have to take that from me. Tim Jansen is a very well-respected attorney, not just in Tallahassee, but all over the country. He's been on Fox News and CNN and Law and Crime. But he even said that Charlie should get his retainer back. He not once did he stop Georgia Cappleman and say, why are you bringing up Wendy's book? How would her adult brother know anything about what she wrote in a book? But he didn't. He let it all happen. He let it all play out. And if he had objected properly to the evidence, I think it would have changed things. Wendy looks like the one in the room that past gas is trying to hide it. Thank you, Becky Carpenter. Merry Christmas to you too. Hi, Dynamite. Welcome. That's so funny. Yeah, absolutely true. You learn, this thing with the whole YouTube drama and whatnot. Revenge is not an option. The minute you try to explain yourself, or the minute you try to go with facts, that is the minute that you hand them the ammunition that they're looking for. They invent things that are not real, trying to get you to start trying to explain or prove truth or whatever. The minute you start that, you've lost the battle with this group. They love the fighting. They love the arguing. They love it like that. It's fun. This is a fun pastime. So don't do it. Just like Cinnamon Hot. Just you just don't be a part of it. And you're healthier and happier that way. And you can talk about the things that are really of interest, whether it's what's going on in Hawaii or what's going on politically, or how do you do, arts and crafts or crime scenes or trials. But all of that is much more interesting than just simply being mean to one another as some kind of sport activity. It's weird. All right. Wendy got fed up with her controlling mother and obsessive brother and found a way to get rid of them. And her book is a dead giveaway. I'm going to tell you, Alma, at some point while I was learning about that case and everything, I said to myself, I almost believe Wendy when she says that she was relieved that the judge said that she had to stay in Tallahassee. In some ways, I almost believe that. And here's the reason why. Can you imagine if you are the daughter of Donna? I mean, we all saw how Donna behaved in that courtroom, right? Can you imagine if you're her daughter and she's controlling every move you make? Can you imagine that? At some point, maybe you would be happy to be able to stay and say, sorry, Mom, not going to be able to move back down there because, well, I have a court order that says I can't. So I, in the beginning, I bought into that. And I was like, yeah, I can. Maybe she really was relieved. Maybe that was her ticket to freedom to get away from Donna. So yeah, I kind of buy that, but Wendy's caught in too many lies. She drove by the crime scene. She lied 3 different times about that drive-by. She did it. The owl shirt, and then Garcia taking a photograph of the owl, or at least this. We don't know that he took the photograph. Maybe he just had a photograph of an owl and posted it on Instagram. That to me seems like a code, right? That's more like a code communicating without a phone or text to post pictures to one another to say, when you see this picture, you'll know it's on. Than to be communicating like in a way that's traceable. Wendy put her mom in her place with that hot mic email. I don't know what you're talking about, Alma. Wendy put her mom in her place. The hot mic email. Oh, okay. I have to go. Everybody's pulling up now. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the phone conversation that was continuing to be recorded even after the line to Charlie had dropped, right? And she said something about, I had nothing to do with the thing. And she said, oh, yes, you did. Or I didn't say you did. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Alma. Merry Christmas, Wake Up. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate it. I really just wanted to come on and tell everybody I'm thinking of you guys. I hope that you have one of 2 things, either a wonderful, relaxing Christmas Eve, or that you have a good celebration that is everything works like you planned and there's no problems. Okay. All right. You guys have a wonderful day. DB, you too. You have a wonderful day as well. Criminality, have a wonderful day. Cinnamon Hot. It was so great to see you. Dynamite, have a great day. Yvette, Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Vicky, Merry Christmas. I hope I don't forget anybody. Lori Colley was here. Merry Christmas, Lori. Thank you so much for being here. And everybody else, those of you that just listened and you did not talk, Merry Christmas, Nancy Drew, Deborah Sullivan, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of the quiet listeners, the silent majority. Merry Christmas to the silent majority, okay? Y'all have a wonderful Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, Celestial, to you and your family. I hope you guys have a really, really great celebration. And AJ, Merry Christmas. Tam, Liz, Merry Christmas to you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas Eve and Christmas morning. And with that, I will bid you farewell, and I will see you guys probably not tomorrow. It will probably be the day after Christmas. Okay. Y'all have a great celebration. Merry Christmas, everybody.